All right, we're going to take a look at the June 2016 Rochester, Minnesota residential market report. We're going to give you the information on what's going on in our local market, show you the trends on what's happening, as we want to keep you informed on what's going on with your investment. Is it a good time to maybe capitalize on it, or should I be reaching out there and trying to buy some real estate right now? And that's what we're going to show you. So first we're going to look at is the actual sales in Rochester. Currently, we're actually down 16.6%. We're at 815 homes that have sold through May 31st of this year. Last year, we were at 977. Now, that may look bad compared to last year, down almost 20%, but it is the highest since 2010 when we're going all the way back, or even more than 2010, which was 608. So 200 more homes have sold in 2016 versus 2010. Here's how we've been trending. A little dip there in 2014, then a massive increase in 2015. And now the market is kind of correcting itself a little bit. We can't sustain selling houses at that rate. So 815 is a very healthy amount of sales so far this year. We're going to look at the actual values of these homes now. This is actually really nice to see. We're up about 7.9%. A healthy increase would be 4% year over year. That is what the history has shown us. If we can stay at 4%, we can avoid having those big crashes like we had in 2005. So 7.9 is a little bit above, but it's not to the point where it was before, where we were increasing at such high rates that we had to correct ourselves. So $225,000 is the average sale price for a residential home right now in Rochester, Minnesota, up 7.9%, where we were at $208,000 last year. If we look back in 2010, it was $169,000, so a huge increase since 2010. Now, one thing to keep in mind, and there's no guarantees to this, but just looking at the stats, we are definitely on a national scale looking at another shift in the market. Nowhere near as severe as 2005 and 2006, but we are kind of some signs are showing that we are going to have to correct our market a little bit. So if you have bought your home in 2010 or 2011 and you're looking at capitalizing on that investment, there's a great opportunity right now. The value's up, the sales are up there as well, not as high as they were last year, but there's a good enough amount of sales out there for you to capitalize. Because the next thing that we're going to look at is the actual sold days on the market, down 23% from last year. So the sales that have happened so far this year in Rochester, those have sold within 57 days on the market on average. That is down 23% from last year, where we were at 74, and then the peak was 155 back in 2011. So you could capitalize it very quickly on your home. The last thing is the inventory, and this is where I want to just show you how much competition you would have if you listed your home in today's market. We are at 341 active homes on the market as of May 31st. That's down 35% from last year, which was 530, and then 617, and we can go all the way back to 2010. There was 1,200 homes on the market. That just baffles me to look at that number and look at the 341, almost 4 times as much inventory just 6 years ago. So you'd have less inventory. You could possibly capitalize on your home. And again, there's no guarantees that there's going to be a shift in the market, but it is something that the history and the trends are showing us that we probably are going to have a little shift. So you guys could take advantage of that now, find out what your home is worth, and maybe move into a nicer house and capitalize on your current home.